What is up, guys? We are here back again for another daily update. So if you don't know, if you're new here, my name is Vasco. I own a software business, SaaS, that stands for software as a service. I make a lot of money with it. And in these daily updates, I basically go over what I did today with the goal to eventually sell you something and also hold myself accountable to grow the business. So yeah, we always start with the Q&A. Okay, then we go over some growth stats and progress. I have some stuff to share with you guys on here today. I'm trying to get ideas to make these more interesting because day-to-day tasks or day-to-day updates sometimes are not the most interesting. But yeah, I'll do my best, and today I have some cool stuff to share with you guys as well as some updates. So let's go over the Q&A. I don't think there's any questions today, but I'll still check. So guys, if you want your questions answered, if you want me to answer anything about SaaS, business, money, just ask away. Like go in here and ask your questions. I honestly don't think there's any. I mean, we started off well. You guys asked a lot of questions. I already answered them all here on these videos. Let me just see if there's any questions on the main channel. If you don't know, I'll leave a link for the main channel down below. This video is popping off, which is really cool. Let me see. I think part of the reason why this video popped off is because I added this little arrow in the thumbnail pointing out to this dog. So yeah, but let me see if there's any questions right here. Again, guys, just comment your stuff. I guess we can answer old questions. Let me see what I have here. This guy asked 7 months ago. And by the way, guys, the only reason why I'm going over these old ass questions is because you guys haven't asked new questions. So ask new questions. He says, do I mess with paid ads? Yes, we messed with paid ads. We did a lot of stuff. I mean, I think I made a video just on this. We did a bunch of different funnels. We spent money on YouTube and Meta, okay? And we tried webinar funnels. So just a YouTube ad to a video of me. I mean, it's a big ass funnel with a link basically to register for the webinar. They went to a pre-recorded live room for the webinar. They got a bunch of email sequences, and yeah, we tried those. I can expand more on those if you guys want. If you guys want to ask specific questions, we did try webinar funnel. We tried VSL plus call funnels, which basically they just send people from the ads to a landing page with a video of you selling them stuff and a link to booking a call with you. So then you sell them on the call. We tried that as well. We tried low ticket funnels. We tried free funnels as well. So giving it like a freebie, like I don't know, SEO checklist, whatever, right? You grab their email, and then the whole goal is just to email them forever until they buy something from you. So value email, value, sale, value, sale. We tried all those. Issue with ads is very expensive, especially in our niche. We're AI SaaS. So you're competing with VC brands who have like infinite money to spend on ads. So that's why we mostly focused on organic because it's what works for us. But organically isn't exponential. It's not explosive. Ads can be explosive. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully this answers your question. This guy, let's just go over this one as a second question. Thanks for the video. This was posted 8 months ago. Not out of maybe MVP, so you made the minimum viable product. Then I started posting about it on going to the meeting with a client. I still didn't build anything, but I have this is great. I mean, I always speak about this. Like if you have a SaaS idea, don't build it. Sell it before you build it. And I know it sounds like a bit contradictory, but it's the way to go. Like you got to sell people on your idea. Because why would you build something that you think people want and then you spend months building it, and then finally when you put it out there, nobody actually buys because you were building something you thought people wanted. In reality, people didn't want that. They want a different thing. They wanted a different thing. I made that mistake. That's why now I sell before I build. And I do think I have a case study on this channel right here on how I sold 8K of a SaaS that didn't exist. We just had the idea in mind. We built a simple landing page with a video saying, hey, pre-order. Here's what the SaaS is going to be. Here's the pain point it's going to solve. We're selling like 100 memberships, and we're going to be at like a heavily discounted rate. And we're going to be launching this in like 3 months from now. Pay, get a discount, pay now. And in 3 months from now, you'll get the SaaS built, or the product will be out there. And it works, because if your idea is good, if people see the vision, if people trust you, right, they'll buy your thing, your MVP. Not even your MVP, they'll buy your idea. Of course, like offer them a refund guarantee and all that, make them feel at home, make them feel comfortable. But you'd be surprised on how many people are willing to take a shot on like $100, $200 purchase for a pain point they have that you promise that you'll solve the pain point with your software. I mean, explain them everything. Like they're giving you your money. Like, so explain anything they ask. Just go into detail. Yeah, hopefully this answered all the questions. This guy says, Sean, just start to figure it out along the way. I mean, this is probably not a good advice for beginners, but it's true in most cases. Like most people get stuck into, oh, what if? Oh, but what if that? I mean, and there's infinite what ifs. Like you're right here, and to get here to the money, right? There's infinite what if, because there's infinite paths, excuse me, to get to the money, right? And if you think what if, you're gonna be thinking about all these different paths that lead you to the money, which are infinite. So instead of thinking what if, just do, right? And eventually you'll get to the money. Hopefully this is making somewhat sense. And this is not a very good advice to give to beginners, because beginners are beginners, right? And it's basically telling them to just to jump without them knowing what they're gonna, like, if there's like a landing pad below the building, it's difficult. So yeah, but it's good advice. So with that said, let's go on to some updates for today. Wasn't a very good day, honestly. We got a few subscriptions created. Of course, we got a bunch of updates. But yeah, I'm sending out an email tomorrow. I started sending 2 emails a week. We're only doing 1 a week to the email list. I've started like doing more and more because simply because on all the emails we send to the email list, they're not all pitches, right? We send valuable emails. Like, for example, when we post a video on YouTube, right? We post 1 a day, or actually more. I was only sending them one an email to the video every single week, and now I'm saying I want to send 2. And I was doing too many value emails. I wasn't selling enough, right? I was indirectly selling by sending people an email to the video, and then on the video I sold them, but I wasn't producing selling emails. So there was no emails from me saying, hey, by the way, buy this now. And I did it last week. I did like a promo. Hopefully, maybe I can show you guys here the promo I did. Okay, so there you go. This is what I sent. Proposal, the offer backlink. This is for our niche. Doesn't really matter. I just say, by the way, if you join Arvo before the weekend, you get all this stuff for free. Reply with info to see if you qualify. And a bunch of people replied, and 3 or 4 guys, or 2 or 3 guys converted. So a simple email took me like 10 minutes to write. Right, created 2 to 3 new subscriptions, which will lead to a bunch of ARR, annual recurring revenue, with a simple email. So if you have an email list, sell them shit. Because I was only providing value, which is good, right? You need to provide value, but don't just do that, because then you're going to get people used to just free stuff, and you have to always be selling, because the more you sell, the more money you make. And if you think, yeah, but people then will unsubscribe. I mean, people who unsubscribe were never interested to begin with. Okay, so there you go. So now some updates. These are the stats for one of our channels. In February, we did 8.3K views, January 6.6. So we grew off of January to February. Shorts, we don't really count shorts because it's a whole different thing, but we're growing month on month in the views right here. For this other channel, for January, we did in just video views, not short. Shorts it's more, but shorts don't really count. 32,000 views. That's like thousands of hours of watch time, which is good. And in February we did 38K. So the goal is to I never really had this mindset before, like of having and wanting to outdo myself every single month. But now I want to do this. I want to make sure that the month, so March right now, we do more views, we do more subscribers, we do more watch time, we do more of everything. Not just because that's good, but because having this mindset of, okay, always wanting to do more and beat my previous record, I think it's healthy in a growing SaaS, because I think you have to have this mindset of growth. Because if you just don't, if I wasn't fighting with myself internally to get more views than the month before, I'll just be like, I just get comfortable, and I don't want that. And so having this internal struggle of, let's say that there's 2 days before the month ends, and I'm missing like 5,000 views to beat the month before. Well, I have to do a lot of stuff. I have to do a lot of work, and I have to put myself in a position of pressure to beat the month before. So I feel like it's important as a founder to put yourself in pressure more than most likely you're already under, to beat yourself the previous month that you did work. Hopefully this made sense. I feel like this is maybe only a personal thing, but I want to always outdo myself. And I feel like putting this pressure on myself just for small stuff like this. I mean, I'm not talking about sales and all that other stuff, but stuff like this, I think it's important. So there you go. Also, as you guys know, I mean, we keep on like building the personal brands on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. I basically just copy the same thing I tweet onto LinkedIn and onto Facebook. The whole goal is, again, as I'm sure you guys know, is to, there you go, past 7 days, almost 100,000 impressions. Of course, some of these people will check out my website, some of them will buy, some of them won't. The whole goal is to have the whole team, right, me, my co-founder, and the customer success guy, all of us pumping out content on our all socials. So it's basically because our first customers came from us publishing on Twitter. We were just building in public on Twitter, sharing what we're doing, and we're now just basically multiplying this effect. And we all have the task of, okay, post stuff on all your socials. In fact, again, our customer support guy, one of his tasks is to post X many posts on LinkedIn, X many posts on X, and build his personal brand, right? Build his asset. Because as cringe and as cliche as it sounds, people buy from people. So if you can have the whole team all rowing into the same side, I guess, to grow the exposure of the personal brand that's attached to the business that can bring leads to the business, well, then we do that. And again, of course, out of these 100,000 people, not all of them will buy, but some of them will maybe curiously check out the website, see who the hell is this guy, right? And actually, we had one sale 2 days ago. I think I mentioned this for our 800 a month package. Hopefully, I mentioned this on the daily updates. I'm not too sure if I did. We created a new done with you package, which basically it isn't SaaS, it isn't pure agency. It's just in the middle where basically they pay us a high ticket value and we help them use the SaaS. So with the SaaS plan, the classic ones, it's between $69 to $200 a month, right? Where they just buy, they just go there and use the product. They play around with the UI alone, etc. With this one, we have what we call a customer success manager, a dedicated manager to his account, where we onboard them to Slack as well, where basically they're not just thrown into the SaaS. They have us as a point of contact to help them build out the flows, tweak the settings. So it's a more white glove experience. That's why it's also more expensive. So there you go. We sold one of these because there was a guy that saw me right here on Twitter, on LinkedIn. And when I announced it, I wasn't even selling it. I just announced it saying, hey, by the way, guys, we released this. Let's see how it goes. He DM'd me, booked the call, and we sold them on the plan. So if you're wondering if this works, yes, it does work. That's why we do it, of course. So yeah, that's that. And I guess speaking about content stuff, I have here like the content plan or the media arm, I so call it, where basically I try not to focus on too many socials, right? We have Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. These are all basically the same because I just repurpose the same content and I post one post a day, again, with the whole goal of getting people to buy our stuff, right? Then we have TikTok, short form. We do the SEO stuff. That's right. Like there's basically two personas: the SaaS expert, which is the guy you see right here, and then there's the SEO expert, which is the niche expert that sells them on our SaaS. Our SaaS, by the way, is an SEO tool, AI SEO tool. So there's two personas again: the persona that sells people on the SaaS, and the persona right here that's me that will sell you eventually on a course or whatever. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do right here on this channel. I'm going to sell you stuff. So again, the whole goal is just focus on these three socials: YouTube, TikTok, and all these. Basically, count it as one. On YouTube, we do one video a week on my main channel. I do one video a week on this one. One video a day on this one. And then, of course, these are basically the channels that drive traffic to the SaaS, niche specific, boring SEO stuff. Doesn't matter. If I had a SaaS about CRM, right? The second persona would be a CRM expert. Okay. If I had a SaaS about I don't know, an e-commerce plugin to track sales, then the second expert would be an e-commerce expert. Then these two channels on YouTube would post content about that to do content marketing to drive people to a SaaS that's about e-commerce. Hopefully that makes sense. So these ones right here are the expert for the SaaS. So if tomorrow I sell Arvo when I create a new SaaS, I'm always going to have these personas producing this content on YouTube and on TikTok right here. And the ones in red are just my personal brand as a SaaS founder, and which I'll eventually sell you some stuff. But yeah, these ones in black are just the ones for the business itself. And I guess the ones in red are basically my personal brand. So yeah, there you go. That's basically it about the media arm. Hopefully this made sense. Let's see how this goes. Again, it's just basically the daily update. Guys, please just drop any questions below. If you want to ask me like how tall I am, I don't know, just ask something let's make these videos more interesting. Any questions you have about SaaS, about software, how to get started with it, some recommendations, where to find a co-founder, the best marketing channels to test first. Is Reddit a good marketing channel? Is Facebook a good one? Ad stuff. How do you work with egos? Where to hire the first person? Like when should I hire someone? I mean, anything you want, even fuck it. Even if you don't have any questions in your brain, just go to ChatGPT, paste in this transcript and say, hey, ask these guys some questions and paste the GPT questions here so I can have something to answer in the next video. Guys, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I did have one call today for our Done For You plan, because we're also pushing that as well. It's a high ticket 2K minimum a month plan, where basically, again, it's not just SaaS. It's not the Done With You middle plan, it's full on agency plan. And we're also pushing for that as well to increase our high, basically have a more high ticket plan. So yeah, I had a call with that guy. Hopefully he'll convert. We'll see. He's in Portugal as well, so we were able to he's from the UK. We were able to create some reports, some connections. So I think he'll convert. So that'll be another 2K added into our MRR. But I'll update you on that tomorrow. That's it. Cheers.